What's up, guys? This is Jakob. I'm content manager and I'm helping small and medium businesses with their content strategy. Welcome to a new episode of Content Mentorship, the show that takes 15 minutes where I ask the same 4 questions in 15 minutes. And to get the golden nuggets for your business, I'm speaking with entrepreneurs around the world and getting their best hacks when it comes to marketing and content creation and client acquisition. Today, I'm speaking with Jimi Cohen, who's the co-founder and the president of the We Make Impact nonprofit organization, and he's also vice president of creative strategy at Many Mangoes. So this is a great name, and I hope we are going to speak about this name also. First of all, welcome, Jimi. I'm very excited to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Jakob. I appreciate it. You want to speak about the We Make Impact name or the Many Mangoes name?
We can speak
you're a
about
fan of
both.
mangoes.
Yeah, Many Mangoes, yes.
Nice. Okay. Sure. Well, We Make Impact is on a mission to empower humanity to make a positive impact in the world. And our vision is to co-create a world where everyone has access to clean water and no one is living in poverty. So I really believe that it's up to all of us to make some impact in the world that is positive, such that collective impact can finally co-create the world that we really want to live in. So that's We Make Impact, the nonprofit. We have the world's cheapest water solution, and we also are empowering entrepreneurs to make an impact in the world. Now, Many Mangoes is actually marketing for salespeople. So we do data marketing and sales. We applied 20 different tools, some of which are built in-house, some we outsource, some we white label, to empower salespeople to maximize the appointments, leads, and ultimately sales within their organizations, particularly B2B. And LinkedIn's the bread and butter there. So that's an overview of the two organizations that I'm spearheading. And I'm grateful to be here. Thank you for inviting me on, Jakob.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for being here and sharing your mission. So, but you're also currently in Kenya, right?
That's right. I'm in Malindi, Kenya. This is where we are building not just the cheapest water solution, but also the world's biggest biosand filter. It's by the Sabaki River here. We are just completing the project this week. Super exciting. And by the way that these two organizations work together is 100% of the proceeds from Many Mangoes goes to We Make Impact's overhead and our operations, and also to the actual impact itself, such that we have a 100% model. So 100% of every single dollar, euro, or shilling goes directly towards the world's cheapest water solution. And that's kind of why we're running both of these organizations simultaneously to maintain that 100% model.
Yeah, makes sense. So when you say the cheapest water solution, what exactly do you mean? So do you build a factory or some kind, or what is it that you what you're building?
Great you mentioned that. We actually had like 4 factories at one point in Uganda. That was the first African country we went directly to. We got a one-way ticket about 9 months ago, and we were just pumping out these biosand water filters. And that was for the household level. But now we've developed a giant, it's literally 2 18,000-liter tanks underground, and they're biosand filters. And what, it alone would have been the cheapest water solution, like an order of magnitude cheaper than what any other organization is providing clean water to people for. But it became like definitely the world's cheapest we got the sand and the gravel donated. Those are the 2 main ingredients in a biosand filter. A biolayer forms the top, which eats the other bacteria. We got that donated. We got the sieves donated. We have about 20 volunteers locally, about 200-300 globally contributing to this. So we're very much volunteer based. Even myself, the co-founder and president, is volunteering at We Make Impact. And then we're able to fund it through Many Mangoes. So yeah, that's what we mean when we say world's cheapest water solution.
That's cool. I will follow up with this because I'm currently writing an article about how to have an impact when it comes to sustainable goals. So I'm speaking with entrepreneurs and they're sharing ideas because making a profit is a short-term goal that every entrepreneur is looking for, but on the long term, if you don't have any sustainable goals that you follow, I think you will be soon out of business because the values that you follow are more important than the short gain profit maximizing strategy. Yeah.
So true. It's so true. Your why is what gets you out of bed in the morning, right? And we have such a strong why we make impact. I'm literally working 14, 16-hour days. I slept, a few hours last night, but I'm on fire. Like, I'm just so excited to achieve what we set out to do. So it has that motivational benefit, but also in terms of a business, right? Studies have shown, and I can't quote the exact statistics, but I believe it's actually more than 50% of people will be willing to pay more for an item if they know that that company is doing good. So the majority of people are willing to pay more, significantly more. It's about like 30, 40% more. You can look up the exact statistics later, but it is good for business to do good. And that's another way we're able to sustainably fundraise and not spend any money on fundraising is through marketing hacks and organic marketing stuff I can get into later, but also by partnering with businesses. So we have about 5 businesses that have agreed to donate with every single sale that they make, basically transforming them into a social enterprise. That way we don't have to go out there and continuously spend money on advertising to try to fundraise and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
That's very smart. Very smart. I like this idea.
Thanks so much.
That's cool.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's jump into the questions. So when it comes to content creation, so this show is called Content Mentorship. What is your best way to create content for your business or for the nonprofit?
So are you talking about the actual creation process or what kind of content should be created?
Both.
Okay, so in terms of
what kind of?
Yeah. So what kind of content should be created? In my humble opinion, I could not advocate any stronger for vertical short form videos. The reason being, TikTok's completely exploded, right? TikTok not only has exploded in terms of users, but also in terms of they haven't quite reached the point of advertising on a big scale yet, like Facebook and Instagram, which means it's basic supply demand, right? When there's a lot of demand, there's a lot of users, but the supply of content is not yet at the same level of other platforms because the content isn't advertisements. Then that means when you produce a bit of content on that platform, it just reaches so many more people, right? So organic reach, you need to be using platforms like TikTok and their competitor platforms too. So what I mean by that is, so new features, right? A similar way, whenever a new platform introduces a new feature, right? For example, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, right? Pinterest Stories, even LinkedIn Stories, right? Relatively new features, they try to push those features a lot more because they're trying to compete with platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels is clearly trying to compete with that. So you make one vertical video and then you can repurpose them on all those other platforms. So I'd say that's the best way to create content in terms of the format. The actual best way to do it, honestly, creativity. I've come across some study I think back in university. It's really sparked when you're in a new location. So like my best performing videos, like one of the vertical videos on TikTok got like 300,000 views, was we went on a hike. We're actually filming a music video for our nonprofit. It's got to make impact. The video is going to release in a couple of weeks, I think. But I was just at this like mountaintop overseeing the whole of Nairobi and the beautiful landscapes. And I was like, I'm just going to film a video here. I made a series. So instead of just like always trying to come up with a new idea, you have a series. Like you have this content mentorship series. You have a clear format. You can copy paste and just keep continuously doing it, right? And so I had this series of like things that Kenyan people say that I love, right? And I get to connect with all the locals. Like 95% of my viewerships are all locals, and it became a phenomenal way to recruit people to volunteer and join our organization. We got hundreds, actually, I think now over 1,000 applicants just through TikTok recruitment videos that I put out. But most of it is just trying to make people smile. So go to a new location, get sparked by creativity, and come up with a series or a few series that makes it really easy to just add another episode.
Yeah, it makes totally sense. You're already thinking in types of formats to create a format that you can deliver on a regular basis. That's very smart. What's your name on TikTok? What's your TikTok profile?
It's just at We Make Impact. We Make Impact.
Okay, I will follow it. Yes, that's cool.
Thank you so much. It's a good time.
Yeah, the best way to generate new clients, or in your case, maybe not clients, but people that make this cut of social. Okay.
Well, it is clients because we also have Many Mangoes, right? So Many Mangoes is a business-to-business organization, and we're empowering other B2B organizations, right? So we're using all the latest tools, and we've developed some really cool tools that allow you to get clients, particularly on LinkedIn. So anyone who's doing a business-to-business organization, meaning you're selling to a business, you need to be focusing on LinkedIn, right? That's where all of your customers are. So having a really good inbound and outbound strategy is key. So you're making content, but then you're also reaching out in a way that's really going to capture people's attention. So anyone listening, ManyMangoes, they have some phenomenal tools. And just one that I'll share with you now is it's around hyper personalization. Jakob, I think this is actually how we connected on LinkedIn. Oh no, it was through an engagement post actually, because you engage with someone. But hyper personalization is basically you can take an image or even a GIF that you can create or just get online, and you could add all these different variables that can just really capture someone's attention and be like, wow, how'd you do that? You're involving me in your custom image, and you can send that out by the thousands, right? So what I mean by this, you can have like a person on a whiteboard, right? And it's like, did you know like this kind of hyper personalization, you can get 2x the engagement. Are you interested? Like you can have your profile picture. So this works really well for like an invitation to a webinar, for example. You really got their face on it from LinkedIn. You can have, the name of their business, their role in that company, all these different variables on a custom animated GIF, right? And a campaign that got us 88% reply rates, 88% connection request acceptance rates, and it was over 77% or 76% reply rates, which is off the charts awesome, was someone holding up two coffees, right? Two coffee mugs, okay? And it's like, you want to go on a virtual coffee, let's have a virtual coffee, basically, something along that line in terms of coffee, but you're just holding these two mugs, right? Or Starbucks, and it's got your name and your prospect's name on those coffee mugs, and you're like, hey,
I like
that instead of someone just saying a generic product pitch. Yeah, you're like, it's like so much more personable. You got the guy's face or the girl's face. You got the mugs. Let's have a virtual coffee. It's so much more warm to connect with people in these kind of hyper personalized ways. So I would say that using tools like this, engaging the exact decision makers on LinkedIn in some creative and really engaging ways are the best way to get clients online.
Yeah. So basically, starting a real connection. It's not like pitching with an idea. This is some kind of value adding. I mean, you bring them to smile about this message, and they laugh, and they want to get in connection with you through this strategy. Cool. And you're doing this on Many Mangoes?
Yeah, exactly. Many Mangoes
Okay.
has really pioneered this kind of hyper personalization stuff. And our creative team has come up with all these really cool strategies. And you can use similar things in email campaigns. You have all these different touch points, right? So you can follow someone on LinkedIn automatically. You can send them a connection request. You can send them an email. You can verify their email. Like we map all these different things out. You can send someone an endorsement. You can all these different things to kind of engage them, warm them up, and build a genuine relationship with them, so that they bite back. And then you can really get into problem-centric selling is so key. Everyone listening, I really encourage you to read a book called Gap Selling. By the way, I'm going to be on Keenan's show in 9 days now, or 10 days. Instead of saying, hey, this is my product, these are my solutions, what people need to be saying is, these are the problems that we're solving, and going deep into those problems.
Yes, definitely. So I'm a big fan of playing bigger, and they also of category design. So they're basically saying promote the problem, not the solution. If you speak about the problem and market the problem, then the right people are coming to you, because they are already searching for solutions, but they want somebody who really understands your pain points. Yeah, cool. That is already a really good marketing hack. Thanks for sharing this. So one question that I'm always asking is, what kind of AI tools are you using? How are you using any AI tools? Because I believe when you look at the market, AI is a big trend, and if you want a competitive advantage when it comes to your business, then you need to integrate AI tools into your daily business. So what kind of AI tools are you using, or are you using any?
Absolutely, we are. So back to one of the innovations that Many Mangoes is pioneering. Another really great way to have off the charts connection request acceptance messages is through the use of AI. So what it does, these tools can scan someone's profile, right, their LinkedIn profile, and they can see, okay, what's their volunteer experience? What are their recommendations that they've gotten from people? These are the kind of warm and fuzzy, like deeply connecting experiences and recommendations that people have, that when you mention those in your connection request, connection request message, you're not just saying, hey, I've got this new solution for this and that and that, and you're like, get out of here, right? But if someone's saying, hey, I really respect how you did this, and this volunteering, and the way the AI works is, if one is not available, then it will send the next, best compliment. It's compliment connection requesting, right? So you start with a compliment. Hey, this recommendation you got from this person, right? It'll say all these different variables based on their profile. Is really terrific. I would love to connect with you more and chat about XYZ, your industry, right? And that's also customized. So this seems really customized, like someone has just gone in and done their homework on someone's profile. But in actual fact, it's using AI to do that. Just to get the conversation started, right? Once you have the conversation started, then it's up to the salesperson to come in and drive the sale home.
Yeah, awesome. So this AI tool is also choosing which people to connect and how to connect it, right?
So that part, you want to build that out custom, right? So within Sales Navigator, you have all these different variables that you can have, like what is their industry, what is their job type, what is their location, right? And so Many Mangoes does that for you. We do a lot of this copywriting, creative strategy, implementation of tools, because a lot of salespeople, they got too much on their plate. They don't want to try to implement different tools. They don't want anything else on their plate, right? So we help save hours, so much hours back into people's days, so they can spend less time prospecting, more time closing, right? So all the prospecting, all the copywriting, all the setup, all the split testing and optimizing, that's all taken care of by Many Mangoes, so salespeople can do what they do best.
Awesome. That's cool. That sounds awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks so much.
So,
You're welcome.
Jimi, if people want to connect with you or get in touch with you more and find more about the nonprofit or also Many Mangoes, where should they go?
Okay, so Many Mangoes, you could go to ManyMangoes.com. So it's spelled the British way, ManyMangoes.com. That's how you can go there. If you want to connect with me on a personal level, you can shoot me an email. It's Jimi, spelled like Jimi Hendrix, Jimi @ManyMangoes.com. Or you could hit up our We Make Impact team. Either myself or the other co-founder of We Make Impact would get that if you email us on contact, CONTACT, @wemakeimpact.org.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Jimi. Really appreciate you shared a lot of inside knowledge and really impressive tools also that you're using with Many Mangoes. I'm very excited. I will definitely follow up with 1 or 2 questions for an article that I'm writing. So
Awesome.
I think there will be a follow-up. Yes. Thank you very much for your time.
Brilliant. Awesome, Jakob. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, everyone.
You too. Bye-bye.